Today is former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's turn to answer questions about convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. House Oversight lawmakers will depose her later this morning. Former President Bill Clinton is up tomorrow. Now, with these depositions, we should note, will be filmed and transcribed. But keep in mind, the Clintons have not been accused of any specific wrongdoing. CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman is following all of this for us and joins us now on set to predict what we might see today. Katrina, good morning. Great to see you. We know Bill Clinton was once friendly with Jeffrey Epstein. So why is the former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton being deposed today?
Errol, I think that is the question, because there is no evidence that Hillary Clinton had ties to Jeffrey Epstein. She only appears in the files, apparently, in articles that were sent, mostly related to her presidential campaign. Let's take a listen to what a couple of lawmakers had to say.
I personally do not plan to attend Hillary Clinton's deposition. There is no evidence that I've seen in the files that she is associated with any kind of wrongdoing around the Epstein case. But certainly we've seen materials in the Epstein files that essentially show that Bill Clinton was still maintaining a friendship or at least a business association with Jeffrey Epstein. So we have some hard questions for the former president.
I'm not expecting a whole lot. There's a reason neither one of them are in prison. They are incredibly intelligent. I think they're guilty of sin of a lot of things, but I don't think anybody thinks we're going to get anything.
Now, Representative James Comer has raised the issue that a nephew of Ghislaine Maxwell's worked on Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign in 2008. But what Clinton says through her lawyers is that she didn't know this was a relation of Maxwell's. And what this seems like, Errol, is yet another time in history where Hillary Clinton is being asked to answer for her husband, former President Bill Clinton, for whom there are some real questions for.
And let's also talk about this, because the top House Democrat on that chamber's Oversight Committee claims that the DOJ is withholding summaries of interviews with a person he says is an Epstein survivor who came forward after Epstein's arrest in 2019, making this uncorroborated allegation that she had been sexually assaulted by both Donald Trump and Epstein in the 1980s when this woman was a minor. Let's just play sound of that.
There is a manifest document that lists all the documents that should be there. The documents related to her testimony with the FBI are not there. And so our question to the FBI and the DOJ is, why aren't the documents there? Why have they been removed? And Congress, under the Transparency Act and the subpoena, have a right to see them.
And we should note Mr. Trump has consistently denied any wrongdoing. He says the files exonerate him. But on this topic of the Epstein files, Katrina, tell us more about what's happening.
So, Errol, dozens of pages appear to be missing here. And the reason people have been able to figure this out is there's an index that shows that the series of interviews were done in 2019 with this woman who has these allegations against both Jeffrey Epstein and President Trump. Now, there is one memo in the files publicly released, but it's only related to Epstein. None of the ones related to President Trump are in there. So this is raising a lot of questions. People are wondering, why were these not released? The Justice Department has said that they're looking into it. Originally, they had said that, it was just because of other reasons, that either there are certain files that have been redacted that aren't being released because of ongoing investigations. But this is just really feeding into people wondering whether everything related to President Trump that is in these Epstein files is out there, and there appears to be evidence that it is not.
And we'll be looking at these issues later this hour as well. Katrina, thank you very much.
Thanks, Errol.